you can have good equipment and still sound like a beginner. I know because I did. It took me years to realize that it wasn't my microphone, my interface, or my guitar. It was how I was recording them. And that's when I realized something uncomfortable. It wasn't the gear. For years, I was convinced that my demos sounded weak because I didn't have the right setup. So I kept upgrading. Better microphone, better interface, better plugins. And every time I bought something, I felt this small wave of hope. That's it. Now it will sound professional. But after recording, the result was the same. Still flat, still weak. And the truth is, it wasn't the gear. I was missing control. The problem wasn't effort, and it wasn't the expensive gear. The problem was that I was recording without intention. I wasn't thinking about gain staging, I wasn't thinking about microphone placement, and I wasn't thinking about monitoring what I was recording. But when you rush the foundation, everything else becomes unstable, and no plugin can really fix the weak foundation. When you are recording your instrument or vocal, if you record it too hot, then you don't have headroom to work on it later. Or if you record it too low, you bring up too much noise later on when you start compressing and raising that signal. And both those things make mixing harder. What you want is a healthy signal, strong signal, but it's not pushing into the red. For vocals and instruments, aim for peaks between -12 to -6 decibels. And that gives you room to breathe later when you start using the plugins. Even with perfect levels, your recordings may still sound weak if the source you're recording is not being controlled properly. Microphone positioning means more than beginners often realize. If your microphone is too far away, your recording will sound weak. If your microphone is too close to your vocals, for example, your vocals will sound muddy and harsh. And same goes with the guitar. Move the microphone slightly. Monitor with your headphones. Don't assume that first positioning is correct. Small changes in distance and angle can completely change the tone. If your guitar or vocals sounds good raw, mixing becomes easy. Here's another mistake I did, trying to fix everything with plugins. If the recording sounds weak, I would put some compression, then I would put some EQ, then some more compression, then maybe I would even add a reverb to try to make it sound wider. But stacking plugins doesn't fix a weak recording, just makes the bad recording more complicated and louder. If the raw take doesn't sound close to good, no amount of processing will turn it into something professional. Keep it simple, record it right first, and then use processing lightly. If your recordings have been sounding weak, don't start by buying new gear. Pay attention to the input levels, control your microphones, and process lightly. Those small shifts make bigger difference than any gear upgrade. And if you want someone to listen to your recording and tell you exactly what's not working, I'm opening a few one-to-one sessions where we can go through this together. If this helped you, tell me in the comments which part of the recording do you struggle with the most. I read through all the comments.